Hello, this is Dr. Kevin Polk, and this is a video about how you can use this diagram to influence classroom behavior. The diagram, by the way, is called the matrix, not because of anything other than that's a sexier name than the grid. It used to be called the grid. So you start by putting up the diagram on a whiteboard or a chalkboard or a big piece of paper. In a classroom setting, it's probably best you put it up in front of the class. Then you start down in this part of the diagram and you ask the question to the class, who is important to you? And you write the answers that different students give down here. You also ask, what is important to you? Maybe a couple of question marks there. What would be education, sports, health, things like that? Who are family, friends, girlfriend, boyfriend, those type of people. And have a conversation with the class about who and what's important. Then over here goes things that can show up on the inside of people that get in the way or that can get in the way of moving toward who and what's important. Number one to show up over here is fear. So fear oftentimes shows up and can get in the way of moving toward who and what's important. Anger often shows up. Since we're talking about a classroom, I'll go ahead and put boredom in here. Boredom might show up. And now we're going to move from down here to up here. Down here, you will notice these are all inside of the person or inside of us. The private events that other people cannot see. Sometimes this gets labeled the mind. Up here is outside stuff, behaviors that other people can see us doing. And because it's taking in information from the outside, the senses are up there as well. So then we fill in this part of the diagram with behaviors that would move us away from the stuff down here, like fear. So let's say fear. Senses bring in a lion, a tiger, or a bear or something. Comes down through here. Fear shows up inside of the person, and the person runs. Very basic behavior there. Now, if it's an imaginary fear and the person runs, that's a different story. But what we're looking at is behaviors done to move away. For a while, there's boredom. Somebody might play a video game. You get the idea. So these are away behaviors. And then finally over here are toward behaviors. And these are behaviors that the students could do to move toward who and what's important to them. So to move toward, they might talk to somebody. To move toward education, I might study or listen. For sports, might practice. And as with all the other areas, you have a discussion with the students about these behaviors. I didn't mention it, but you have a discussion with the students about these away behaviors. If you're older students, especially in high school, alcohol and drugs might get in here as away behaviors to move away. So away stuff, toward stuff, and I guess we'll put a few arrows like that, and you have a conversation about this. And then later on, you can leave this up, or you can leave a simpler version of this diagram up that might look like this. I'm just going to erase a lot of this stuff. because once people have seen the diagram, it's very simple. They know it. Usually I go ahead and put away over here and toward over here. And as things are happening in your classroom, you can turn to the diagram and have a discussion with the students about, well, is what's going on right now toward behaviors? Is it moving us toward who and what's important to us? Or is what is going on right now moving us away? You ask the question. You don't say the answer. You ask the students the question. Is what we're doing right now toward, or is what we're doing right now away? And you leave open the option that sometimes the class is, so we've worked, we just need to do it away. Okay, fine. At least we all know we're doing it away now. So that's one way of influencing classroom behaviors with the matrix diagram. And this is Kevin Polk. Bye bye.